Good morning. Today we are going to learn two of the contributions of Subhash Chandra Bose. They are the Forward Bloc and the INA or the Indian National Army. Last class we have learned Subhash Chandra Bose formed a political organization that is called the Forward Bloc. First one, Forward Bloc. Forward Bloc or the All India Forward Bloc in 1939. Forward Bloc was a political party formed by Subhash Chandra Bose in 1939. He formed the political party after resigning as the President of International Congress in 1939. This was a political party of left wing in the Congress. Forward Bloc was a political party of left wing in the Congress. It was part of the Congress party. And Subhash Chandra Bose had a well-defined idea or objective behind the formation of political party. One of the main objectives of the formation of Forward Bloc was liberation of India from the British hands. Liberation of India was the most important objectives of the Forward Bloc. So he formed a Forward Bloc with the purpose of liberating India. Liberating India from the British hands was the main objective of the Forward Bloc. And before forming this Forward Bloc, he made all the plans. All the plans means what else are to be done after forming the Forward Bloc. So the purpose of formation of the party was liberation of India or freedom of India. And after making India an independent nation, what India to be, that was also planned. After making India a free nation, he wanted to convert India into a socialist state. So he made the future plans of India after liberating it. What was the future plans? After liberating India, he wanted to transform India into a socialist state or a socialist nation. After liberation, he wanted to transform India into a socialist nation. Transform India into a socialist state or a socialist nation. To make India a socialist nation. And how India would be made a socialist nation, or what else have to be done in order to make India into a socialist nation, that was also planned by Subhash Chandra Bose. How India can be transformed into a socialist nation. In order to transform India into a socialist nation, he made some plans. First one, reorganization of agriculture and industries in socialist lines. Reorganization of agriculture and industry. industries in socialist line. Okay. Reorganization of agriculture and industry in socialist line. That is one of the main ways to transform India into a socialist nation. Organize agriculture and industry in socialist lines. Second one is introduction of new monetary and credit system. Introduction of new financial setup. Introduction of new monetary and credit system. Introduction of new monetary and credit system. That means a new financial system to be established. And third one, and the most important one, third and the most important, abolition of zamindari system. Abolition of zamindari system. You may be knowing what is zamindari system of holding land by a zamindar, and people are working in the land of zamindar. That is zamindari system. So these were the three ways Subhash Chandra Bose suggested in order to make India a socialist nation. First one, reorganization of agriculture and industries in socialist lines. Second, introduction of new monetary and credit system, and third one, abolition of zamindari system. Okay. And what is this socialist state or socialism? Socialism or a socialist state? A state that follows socialist form of government or socialism. A government that follows socialism is called a socialist state. And what is this socialism? Socialism, that is a form of economic system or a form of government in which the government assure or the government guarantees equal economic status to all the people. A government that guarantees equal economic status to all its citizens is called a socialist government or socialist form of government. In socialist government, there is very less gap between rich and poor. There is no very rich people and there is no very poor people. The economic status of people are almost equal. Such a government is called a socialist government. We are following capitalist government. In capitalist government, the gap between rich and poor is very wide gap between rich and poor. Rich people are there, means very rich people, millionaires are there, as well as very poor people are also there in a capitalist economy, whereas in socialist economy or socialist system, gap between rich and poor is very less. Almost all are having equal economic status. So that is called a socialism. So Subhash Chandra Bose wanted to have an India where there is no inequality or there is no inequality in economic status of the people. After liberating India, he wanted to make such an India where there is no economic inequalities. So that was his plan, and with that purpose he started the Forward Bloc. So main objective of the Forward Bloc was liberation of India from the British hands. Okay, that's all about the Forward Bloc. After the formation of Forward Bloc, we have seen already in the previous class. In 1940, he was arrested by the British and he was kept under house arrest. Then after which he escaped to Europe. Okay, so the Forward Bloc chapter that is almost over there. Then the next contribution of Subhash Chandra Bose is the Indian National Army. Subhash Chandra Bose gave another contribution to Indian freedom struggle movement, that is called the Indian National Army or the INA. Indian National Army is a short form. Indian National Army. Subhash Chandra Bose formed an army in order to fight against the British and to liberate India. Okay, the purpose of Indian National Army was also to liberate India. Okay, the history of the Indian National Army or INA we have learned in the previous class. Indian National Army was formed in 1942 by Mohan Singh. Mohan Singh was an army officer in the British Indian Army, but he was not ready to work for the British, and he went to the Japanese army for help, and he wanted to work for the freedom of India. Thus, with the help of the Japanese army, Mohan Singh laid foundation to an army that is called the Indian National Army. Indian National Army was formally launched in the Bangkok Conference, which held between 15 to 23rd June 1942. Okay, in Bangkok Conference. That was between 15 to 23rd June 1942. The meeting was held by the representatives of various Southeast Asian nations. Okay, representatives means Indian people who are living in various Southeast Asian nations and the Japanese authorities. A meeting was held at Bangkok between 15 to 23rd June 1942, and in this conference the Indian National Army was officially formed or formally launched, and Mohan Singh was the commander-in-chief of the army. In the Bangkok Conference, two important decisions were taken. One was to invite Subhash Chandra Bose from Europe to Singapore to lead the Indian freedom struggle movement in Southeast Asia. In order to lead the Indian freedom struggle movement in Southeast Asia, invite Subhash Chandra Bose from Germany or from Europe. And another important decision taken in the Bangkok Conference was to appoint Mohan Singh as the Commander-in-Chief of Indian National Army. So, as per the decision taken in the Bangkok Conference, Subhash Chandra Bose was invited. Then Mohan Singh was appointed as the Commander-in-Chief of Indian National Army. But this Indian National Army had a short life. The Indian National Army formed in 1942 had a short life due to some reasons. The Indian National Army was disbanded by the end of 1942. By the end of 1942, the Indian National Army was disbanded, and as per the invitation as per the invitation to Subhash Chandra Bose, Subhash Chandra Bose reached Singapore in 1943. In July 1943, Subhash Chandra Bose reached Singapore, and when he reached Singapore, he took the charge of the Indian freedom struggle movement in Southeast Asia, and he started the second phase of Indian National Army. So the second phase of Indian National Army started in August 1943 when Subhash Chandra Bose became the commander of Indian National Army. Subhash Chandra Bose reached in Singapore in July 1943, and after his arrival, the Indian leaders like Mohan Singh and Raj Bihari Bose handed over the freedom struggle movement in Southeast Asia upon Subhash Chandra Bose or the Subhash Chandra Bose, and Subhash Chandra Bose took the charge of Indian National Army. Also, he became the commander of Indian National Army in August 1943. Thus, the second phase of Indian National Army starts with the arrival of Subhash Chandra Bose. Thereafter, we can see a marvelous performance of the Indian National Army. The achievements of Indian National Army and the objectives of the Indian National Army. Two more topics are there we have to learn. So we'll learn objectives of the Indian National Army. Objectives of INA. Objectives of INA. First one, to organize an armed rebellion and fight the British with modern arms. To organize an armed rebellion and fight the British with the modern weapons. One of the objectives of INA to organize an armed rebellion and fight the British with the modern weapons. Second, to organize provisional government to organize a provisional government of free India. Provisional government of free India in order to mobilize all the forces effectively. Second objective, to organize a provisional government of India. to organize a provisional government of free India in order to mobilize all the forces effectively. And third one, third point, total mobilization of Indian manpower, and money for a total war. Third objective, total mobilization of Indian manpower and money for a total war. And fourth objective is the motto. The motto of was unity, faith, and sacrifice. The motto of INA was unity, faith, and sacrifice. These are the main objectives of the Indian National Army. Okay, we learn these objectives by heart. Okay, the next topic is achievements of INA. As an army, what are the achievements of Indian National Army? What does it do in India as an army? Okay. Achievements of the India. First one, INA could fight against the British, and it could make some victories in India. And some of the achievements of INA are it captured Modak. Modak, there was an area southeast to Chittagong, an outpost southeast to Chittagong. So it captured Modak, an outpost southeast to Chittagong or near Chittagong. Captured Modak. Beautiful. Okay. Modak, an outpost. Near Chittagong. Bangladesh. Okay. It captured Modak. That was near Chittagong. That was an area, an outpost, a military outpost that was near Chittagong. Then second one, it captured another strong military post named Class-10. Captured a strong military post. Okay. Strong military post. A strong British military center. Captured a strong military post. What was the name? Class-10. captured, International Army captured a strong British military post named Class-10. And third one, it captured Pokhran and Kohima in the Assam Hills. Captured Pokhran, Pokhran and Kohima. Captured Pokhran and Kohima in the Assam Hills. After capturing these territories, the International Army hoisted Indian tricolor on a liberated Indian land for the first time on 19 March 1944. Okay. That's it. It hoisted Indian tricolor. Indian tricolor, that is the flag, national flag. Color for the first time. On liberated Indian land. That is on March 19. When 19 March 1944. For the first time, the international, for the first time, international flag was hoisted in a freed Indian land. On 19 March 1944 by the INA. That was another important achievement of the INA. INA would hoist Indian tricolor flag for the first time in a liberated Indian land. Okay, that was on 19 March 1944. That's all about the achievements of the International Army. First, they captured Modak and post near Chittagong. Second, captured a strong military post, Class-10. Third, captured Pokhran and Kohima. And fourth, the INA hoisted Indian tricolor flag for the first time on a liberated Indian soil on March 19, 1944. Okay, that's all about our lesson. Subhash Chandra was his Forward Bloc and INA. Okay, you read the lesson well, learn, find out the stances. Thank you.